Hey everybody, welcome back. So, it is now time for the third and final of the artifact weapons for the Hunter. You can see I've already swapped to Beast Mastery, and I've actually went ahead and got myself a second pet. I just found a random, cat here in High Mountain as my second pet to help deal with that. Though back when Legion was current, you actually got an extra pet with the weapon. There is a follow-up to that, which I will explain towards the end of the video because I went ahead and did that. It does involve you getting your hunter to BFA, the main area in BFA, whether it be in Kultiris or Zandalar, for the follow-up quest. And I will explain, obviously, when we get there. So let's go ahead and pick this up. You can see I've also swapped back to the appearance. We're going to be getting a gun for this spec, but of course, because I'm a night elf, why would I use a gun? Of course I'm going to use a bow. If I was a dwarf, of course I'd be using a gun. I'd be like, oh yeah! So I would say, if you play a dwarf hunter and you like Beast Mastery, this is appropriate. But of course I'm going to stick with a bow for my night elf here. In ancient times, a Vrykul warlord stole from a distance that looked like a T. I had to get up close to the screen to see that was an R. Though I don't know why that would say title. A Vrykul warlord stole a rifle infused with the power of storms. He used the artifact's might to conquer his rivals on the Broken Isles. Delve into the warlord's tomb and recover this mighty weapon.
Well met.
I know the power of Titan Strike well. The Unseen Path battled the Vrykul warlord Volund as he campaigned to conquer the Broken Isles. We sought to wrest the rifle from him, but he took it to his grave. If Volund's tomb can at last be opened, the artifact would be a great boon to our cause. I believe Griff Wildheart is making preparations to depart. You can meet him at Crassus Landing.
May your weapon strike true.
Alright, so we could just use the Flightmaster to fly back to Dalaran. Or we can just go in here and use the portal to just go straight to Dalaran. So of course, because we leveled and unlocked talents, we have also been able to unlock more control over our pets. You'll notice the extra little buttons that showed up above my second bar there that are supposed to be specifically for your pet. And I'm not just referring to the things that say have it be either aggressive or defensive, but actual abilities that your pet will have. Once the loading screen goes away, I can show you. Here we go. So like right here, dash, growl, claw, follow, move to, attack, assist, defensive. This was the all that I had, and now I'm able to actually have this. And this will be the case with pretty much any pet you have.
Easy there, Huey! Easy, Griffy boy!
Griff? Oh my gosh, Griff is invisible! Come on. Render him in, please. Hold on a second. I've just gotten some of the strangest LUA errors here. Alright, there's Griff. Alright.
There's always another adventure.
Oh, there you are. I knew you'd be biting to find Titan Strike. Don't mind old Huey here. The city of mages is no place for a griffin. Titan Strike is in the tomb of Warlord Volund, somewhere on the Isle of Shield's Rest. It's a dank, sloppy mess adrift in the Sea of Gloom. Sounds lovely, eh? I've been working with a Vrykul guide named Prustaga. She'll help us break the wards, keeping the tomb sealed. I know what you're thinking. Vrykul are trouble. But she hasn't taken a swing at me just yet. Huey will take us down to the shore. Prustaga's probably found the tomb by now.
Hop on and let's get moving. Old Huey don't bite much. To Shield's Rest. Make yourself comfortable. It's a bit of a ride to Stormheim.
I'm pretty sure Griff is part of the Wildhammers. You know, his last name is Wildheart, and he has a griffin as a very close friend and companion, which we have, we know, if we know characters like Falstad, the Wildhammers are extremely close to their griffins. They're like, real, strong partners and companions. They're more than just, animal, friends or pets. Like, they're like, true, like, partners and companions, a real bond there.
That dwarf sure has a way with the words. He can even charm a Vrykul.
That's brawn for you.
According to ancient texts we translated back in the Explorers League, Titan Strike focuses the power of storms into blasts of energy. If that's true, it could do some serious damage to the Legion. Suppose we'll find out soon enough. I'll introduce you to Prestaga when you're ready.
So, I should comment on something here real quick based on what Griff just said. Because it's something that I know a number of other people... There's somebody I know who is a hunter main. Specifically, she's a beast mastery hunter main. She was livid after she did this quest. Do you know why? Because this quest feels like it has nothing to do with mastery over animals. It's called Beast Mastery. And yet this quest and this weapon have basically nothing to do with you truly, getting to know more about the aspect of this spec of, being a master over, the animals and how to really, even, deepen the bond with your animal companions. There's nothing about that in this quest. And it just felt extremely disconnecting, for players with this spec. Like, there have been some other quests where it felt like it had something to do with, your spec. And here, okay, you're getting a rifle, but this has nothing to do with the aspect of being closer to your animal companions who fight at your side. What I would have loved... What if we had found, it wasn't Griff here, but what if it was Rexar? And he found out about this, but before we did that, we had to be able to, truly, gain a better understanding of what it's like to be, close to our animal companions who fight at our side. Like how he spent all those years in the wilds with other animals such as Misha. Where he tells us about how he and Misha spent lots of time together just in the wild, surviving together, relying on each other to stay alive, and, just things like that to really help play up the fantasy of the spec you're playing. And then once you achieved a closer bond where it could have been a gameplay story integration where perhaps you unlock some extra ability or strength for your animal companion in gameplay terms. That once you reach that, you're then capable of wielding a weapon such as Titan Strike. That would have been cool, because you play up the fantasy and you're able to acquire this weapon, which is supposed to be really strong, but only you are able to gain control of it because of that connection you developed earlier. That would have been really cool. But instead, it just... Well, you'll see.
We're never alone.
A bit of a bumpy ride, eh? Flying through those clouds ain't easy, even on as fine a griffin as Huey.
Alright, let's get underway.
Seems Bruce wants the Legion out of here as much as we do. Worked night and day to find this tomb. Pristaga! Brought a friend to join us, as promised.
I care nothing for friendship soft earthen. So long as this one helps us enter the tomb, I will tolerate the intrusion.
Okay.
Looks like some fools plundered the tomb and stirred up all sorts of spirits.
It is too far away.
Defiler. No,
I don't have a target.
not yours. Thief. Coveter. It belongs to me.
Pipe down! We're after your gun for a good cause, Ghosty!
Enough chatter. Move.
I mean, I was the one at the door. You're the two that are just standing out here. Feels like we were just here, wasn't it? For the Prot Warrior one. We also come here as a Prot Paladin.
My chosen will protect me for all eternity.
I need a target. I need to get closer.
There! Up ahead! That door's glowing with the same energy as all of these spirits!
That was a little unfortunate.
I will dispel the runes. Protect me.
Will do, Proust!
I don't have a target.
So, see, over there is where we went for the Prot Warrior. Over here is where we go for the Beast Mastery Hunter. And in there is where we go for the Prot Paladin. Also, I believe this area also houses a world boss.
That's a spirit! One down, two to go!
That the Frost Death Knight can take down to get their secret appearance.
Grow in strength. Be ready.
I need a target.
Look! The door's opening!
Titan strike is close.
That seems like a trap.
By Magni's beard! This Bolin sure has a taste for Titan relics! Oh, looky here! A mecha gnome! Bran told me all about these things. It might
No, Griff. That is not a mechanome. We've met the mechanomes in
Realign the power unit.
Remote Relay Observer Unit XR947 active. System status damaged. Rebooting. Please stand by.
This is a servant of, well, you know who. And I'd be like, Griff, no. We know what mechanomes are because we met them in BFA.
Rerouting commands to Maker's console.
Maker? Oh, no. Please don't be here.
Yep. Mimeron!
Bronzebeard? Ah, yes, there you are! My records show this unit has been inactive for millennia. It was stolen from my lab long ago.
For the last time, I'm not Bran!
Oh, you dwarves all look the same to me.
Titan strike, little tinkerer.
The gun is there? Most curious. telemetry coming in. The Broken Isles, the Vrykul Tomb. Ah, yes, I see it now.
That's cute. She calls him Little Tinkerer when she doesn't realize this is one of the Keepers.
Oh my stars! Yes, this is it! The lid is attuned to a particular frequency. I just need to transmit a signal like so.
And it is! Mission accomplished!
There it is. And there he is.
Thieves! Your heads will take on. None challenge me and live. Insolent wealth. I am the scourge of 1,000 plagues. Caslock, the terror of the Isles.
That wasn't so bad. Okay, grab Titan Strike so we can get out of here.
You've played your part. Now I shall play mine.
Oh no! Curse your shocking and sudden betrayal! Again, this is my surprise face.
Use me with the might of the Titans. The Vrykul shall bow before me, their new God Queen.
You're just as pathetic as Skovald.
Good, not good at all. You should both join me in my workshop in Ulduar at once. We have a problem to solve.
I like Mimiron.
Oh, this is fortunate. Titan Strike's power has energized this teleportation pad. I should be able to reroute its destination. Success!
We're going to Ulduar. Back to his lab where we fought Mimiron. This is actually a cooler segment to go back to Ulduar than what the warrior does in the Order Hall.
About the reliability of stolen teleporters. I'm preparing the diagnostic systems now. Say, you had quite an epic struggle with that ghostly Vrykul warlord. The thief had it coming if you ask me. Steam pump, check. Low ion energy converter units, check, check, and check.
The big red button is still there. And these guys are still here. Just running around.
There you are, right on schedule.
Why is that thing still here? Mimiron? What have you been up to? Just a little reminder, Mimiron is... You could say he's responsible for at least a couple of the races that we know and play actually existing. Like the goblins, for example. He actually kind of made the goblins sort of by mistake through experimentation. Like, he grabbed what was some creature that wasn't really, like, you know, sentient and sapient, and through experimentations actually caused the goblins to be a thing. And if my memory recalls, I believe he's also responsible for the gnomes also being a thing. A race.
Time for some science!
You might feel a bit dizzy after going through that teleporter. The Broken Isles isn't exactly next door, after all. My remote observation relay captured an astonishing amount of data from that tomb. If we can download its memory to my core processing systems, I should be able to locate Titan Strike and that unsavory Vrykul who took it. Since you're here, would you mind helping me out? Processing that much information might overload a few fail-safe mechanisms here and there, and I know you're the capable sort.
We can solve any problem.
I wonder if he's going to say one of my favorite lines, which is,
Everything is science if you write it down.
Everything is... Let's recall that observation unit.
oh, he was about to say it. Yeah, this can't go badly.
Stormheim. Ah, there it is. Engaging processors, initializing download relays. I don't anticipate any incompatibilities with my upgraded systems. Once the process kicks into gear, it should only take a minute or two to retrieve the information from XR947 here. Just sit back and enjoy the science. Those alarms indicate that we're encountering some minor technical difficulties with the fusion press unit. All you need to do is deactivate the 2 control panels over by the fusion press. Bronzebeard and I will man the central console.
I'm not... Oh, for crying out loud.
I'm not Braun! Remember, Mimiron and Braun have basically been bonding like friends ever since Ulduar.
Astounding! Fusion system running at 98.33% efficiency. Repeating, of course. Oh dear. Now the Storm Leviathan unit is experiencing a target recognition system malfunction.
Mimiron, why do you have an active tank in your lab? Just to reiterate this feels very Hunter, doesn't it?
Unit stable. Excellent work. Most excellent indeed. Well, friends, the good news is the download is 89% complete. But we may also be experiencing a minor case of total system failure. I suppose there's no time like the present. This will either fix everything or destroy us. I need you to press the big red button labeled, "Do not push this button."
But, Mimiron, if this kills us...
Splendid work. Positively splendid. Please, join me at the control console. Yes, I see. Oh, no. Not good. Not good at all.
What is it? Where's Prustaga headed?
Thorim's throne at the Temple of Storms. I suggest you get moving. We don't have much time.
Why would she be going there?
Greetings!
The Temple of Storms is close by, so you should get there as before that thieving Vrykul. Prostaga is almost certainly on her way to the Temple of Storms, which is where I imbued Titan Strike with a Thunderspark.
Oh, that's why.
If my deductions are correct, she'll attempt to reverse the process and infuse the spark into herself, thus attaining the godlike power that she craves. Hopefully Thorim isn't off cavorting with his hounds again. If Prostaga has the local Vrykul on her side, things may get complicated.
Use my teleportation pad to exit the workshop. We need to get you to the Temple of Storms before that Vrykul arrives.
Oh, that one. For a moment, I thought he meant the one we used to use back over there. You know, look, I'm very used to how things went in Ulduar during the raid. Okay, I've run this raid numerous times, not just to collect transmog, but to collect the mace as well as the mount, which I still don't have because I haven't done that. This is the mount I'm referring to right here.
Hop in!
This is funny. They actually let us use the mount in order for this quest. This is kind of a tease from Blizzard. It's like, hey, if you don't have the mount, this is what it looks like if you want it. For the record, I've always thought this mount looks a little silly, which is why my desire to farm this mount here in Ulduar isn't really that strong. It's like, okay, it's unique, but it's silly. You know, this is not exactly a mount I would use. I mean, only to be like, I have this very, very rare mount. But still. I mean, no offense to anyone who loves this mount, but...
Under more pleasant circumstances. He's a lover of animals as well. Always going on and on about those wolves of his.
Really now? 'Twill be nice to be around one of our own, eh? Even if he is a bit tall for my liking.
Indeed, Bronzebeard. Now hold on. I'm taking you in.
Storm Peaks. It'd be hilarious if somehow, if this wasn't an instance, if Time Lost showed up.
Bronzebeard! Back again, I see. Hottie has
Again, he also thinks he's Braun.
Skull? Ah, where has that warg run off to? Ah, and you are joined by one of the mortals who freed us from the grip of the
I remember you in the mountain.
to celebrate!
It'll have to wait, Thorum. There's a crazed Vrykul on her way here to steal the power of Titan Strike.
Then we shall slay the enemy together. Come, Vrykul! Face the fury of the storms!
So now we get Thorum helping us.
I can take him for the wild!
I don't have a target.
Of course, again, remember, he just, without prompt, just starts licking Odin's boots in the warrior order hall, which doesn't make any sense.
Titan Strike's power will be mine!
Where are you, Prastaga?
Is headed for the throne! We've got to stop her!
You shall witness my glorious ascension!
There she is.
Yes, I feel the power of the Makers coursing through my veins! You will not stand in my way! You cannot stop me, fools! I just need more power!
It is
Yeah,
time
good luck
we
with that.
Finish this! Hottie, kill!
It's too much for her! Watch out! She's gonna blow! Hattie! Oh, that poor wolf took the brunt of it. Easy.
Hottie!
He is alive, but only barely. It appears this noble companion absorbed Titan Strike's energy, protecting us from the explosion. Even though Hadi is a creature of lightning magic, his body can't contain such intense power. My science cannot help him. I fear the Thunder Spark's power is soon to be lost.
I know your heart aches at Hottie's loss, Hunter, just as mine does. You have a kinship with the spirits of wild creatures greater than any I have seen before.
Okay, when did we show that to you?
Wait, that's it! If you bind Hadi's spirit to your own, you can channel the power back into Titan Strike. You'll save Hadi and restore the god.
Okay. We're taming Hadi. Look at that.
By Odin's beard, you did it! From this day forth, I charge you to wield Titan Strike against the enemies of creation who would destroy this world. Hati's noble spirit is forevermore bound to the weapon. He will be a loyal companion to you in the dark times ahead.
I've seen no finer hunter in all my days roaming the wilds. Your faith is well placed, Durham. Let's get back to Dalaran. I'll call Huey. No matter how far I go, he manages to find me. Oh, Huey!
So, if you couldn't read that, what this weapon used to do was that because Hati was now bound to the weapon, by equipping the weapon, we then got Hati as a animal companion. He would basically be the number 2 animal companion here instead of the one in your stable. At least I think that's how it worked. I doubt he would replace your main pet, since the idea was that anytime you equipped it with Beast Mastery, he would be the secondary animal to join you. Now, the thing is, that was while Legion was current content. At the end of Legion, just to remind you, the artifact's power was sacrificed to draw out the darkness from the Sword of Sargeras and stabilize Azeroth's wounds. Which means that when we got rid of all of our artifact weapons and its power, we basically ended up sacrificing Hati as well. However, because some players had gotten attached to Hati, they made a quest in BFA where the hunter, once they got to either Kul Tiras or Zandalar, had a quest where I think it was Mimiron who contacted us and told us that a faint remnant of Hati's spirit was being felt in the area near the wound. And we actually would go on a quest to find Hati kind of in a strange state, and we would try and rescue him and basically reacquire him as a animal companion. So when you do the quest, by the end of it, you actually make your way back here, and he's kind of hostile to you, but once you are able to kind of settle him down, you can be able to then select him as an animal companion. In fact, you could actually change his appearance. So that was kind of the response for dealing with that. But can you see why...
Let's get back to Dalaran.
Can you see why a lot of hunter mains did not really like this quest? It's like they said, like, oh, you are clearly, an incredible hunter with a close bond with, your animals. I'm like, how would you have known that? There was never any point in this quest where I actually demonstrated that. It feels like it was just such a disconnect.
Hold on!
It really did feel like it had nothing to do with the spec you were playing.
I'm your dwarf!
Bran will hardly believe his ears when I tell him what happened. What an adventure! Alright. So now we have Titan Strike.
How may I help?
So if I wanted to get Hati as a actual, companion or animal for this character, I would need to make sure I got her to Kul Tiras and then do the quest to unlock getting Hati as an extra pet in my, roundhouse of pets. I only have 3 pets on this character since it's only level 17, so, you can't even, get more than 3 pets at this level until later. Just to show you what I'm talking about, right now you can only have up to 3 total pets here to call upon. As you level up, you get Call Pet 4 at level 41 and Call Pet 5 at level 48. So However, what I did find out is there are a couple of really cool things they did for hunters in this upcoming expansion. They increased the total number of pets you can have in your stable to like 200 pets, which is pretty awesome. I'm really glad they did something like that for for hunter mains in general, not just Beastmaster hunters. They also added more types of pets for you to be able to tame for your hunters. For one thing, you can now go to Pandaria, to the area where the Order of the Cloud Serpent is, and get a book to learn how to tame cloud serpents as pets, which is pretty awesome. I've seen now people going around with Elegon as a pet. They've gone there and tamed him, though I still would rather kill him to try and get the mount. Also, they added an extra thing for undead hunters only. You can tame undead as pets. So if you find like an undead beast out in the wild in Azeroth, you can actually tame that as an undead Forsaken hunter, which is actually pretty cool when you think about it. That's a unique thing to reward those who decide to play undead Forsaken hunters. Now, I don't necessarily like the idea of playing a starting undead hunter because of the giant spider you get as your first pet, but race changing to an undead hunter, I'm for that. To be able to add that as a possible thing. Of course, that means you'd have to spend, I think, was it $25 to do your race change, which I'm not okay with, but whatever. Anyways, so we've got Titan Strike now, and we would have Haughty with us if that was something I could do right now, so. Gameplay-wise, there's really nothing super special about Haughty. He's basically the same as if you had, like, a stealth wolf or something, that he can be able to stealth. It's just kind of like, okay. So, appearance-wise, it's a regular rifle, color tints. The upgraded one gets a scope on it to make it look like it's a sniper rifle. Not bad. The balance of power one, it's got tusks on it, make it look like it's some kind of elephant gun. The PvP one is called Bore Shot Cannon. It's much shorter. It's got a knife on the end, almost like it's a hand cannon shotgun type of weapon. I don't recall what you do to acquire the secret appearance for it. I don't recall if that is involves with their training or something. Of course, as I said in the previous video, I recommend going to the page on Wowhead where it describes and goes into detail about every secret appearance for the artifact weapons in the game if you want to acquire some more of those. Oh wait, no. I remember now. I remember what it is. Because I just remembered what it looks like. And it's so strange that they decided to do this. So, let me go ahead and show this to you guys. The secret appearance for Titan Strike is... Hold on. I have to actually go to guns. Here it is. It's this right here. It's a bow. It's under the category of guns, and yet the secret appearance for Titan Strike turns it from a gun to a bow. Yeah, it's odd. I'm not too fond of it. And the fact that it's a bow that's under the category of guns just makes it even more confusing. Just, I no. I would rather they have not done that, so anyways. So, that is all of the weapons for the Hunter. That is the P1 up close. As far as the campaign, it's not very memorable. I really don't recall the story of the campaign for the Hunter being all that interesting or memorable, other than that there's one of the Fell Lords is a Hound Master and is also, I think, helping steal mages or capture mages, and we're having to use our tracking and hunter skills and our animal companions to help us stop them and track them down. It's not very memorable. What is memorable though, what I remember the most is the quest, and I did a video on this so you can see it, is to obtain this. What's funny about it is that it involves Odin. He actually sends like a golden letter to the hunter saying he's going to hold a grand feast out here in this area for the hunter order hall and treat the hunters to a night of a great hunt. And he asks us, the hunter player character, to go on this great hunt for these different kinds of animals, and we encountered this animal, a wolf hawk type of being. When we defeat it the following day, defeat it that night, the following morning when we all wake up, it basically shows up after we call it and becomes our new mount. I really like this mount. It's one of my favorite mounts for a hunter in the game. I think they did a good job with this wolf hawk type of mount here. There are 3 different color variations here. This is the one that's the loyal, this is the dire one, this is the fierce one. I just kind of like, I do like the dire one partly because it's called the dire wolf hawk. You know, anyone who knows about the Starks and Game of Thrones, I'm like, dire wolf, yes! I love the dire wolves. So, yeah, I'm more than likely not going to show you guys the campaign for the hunters, as it's not really all that memorable or interesting in my opinion, compared to some of the story quest lines of the other order halls. So this may end up being the last time that you guys see this hunter here. I'm going to be primarily playing her as marksman, which, considering how much I'm hearing about how good marksman is right now, I'm not opposed to that. Though, of course, I will also want to be working on getting that bow from the Sunwell Plateau. I still don't have that. I still want that as an option. So, anyways, that is it for the hunter, for Legion and the artifact weapons, and more than likely, I believe we have 2 more left. If my memory recalls, the 2 that I have left to do are the Assassination Rogue, which will be next, and then the last one will be the Fire Mage. Unless, and that will be it, unless I actually do consider redoing the weapons for, say, the Paladin, Druid, and Death Knight. So, yeah. I will see you guys then.